I spilled my Sprite on a table that is literally full of electronics, and somehow managed to not get anything wet.
Got a little bit onto a cat toy.
I did wet the cat toy.
Those cats love the NBA, so they're gonna be psyched.
Are their faces gonna melt like Drake's and turn into weird squares?
Is that what happens when Drake drinks Sprite?
You don't remember that commercial?
No wonder he's famous. The guy's a fucking freak.
He's a mind freak.
That'd be great if someone, like, if there was a famous person who was like, yeah, I'm a really successful actor. Also, I've got 3 arms. And he's like, lifts his shit. It's like a Ripley's Believe It or Not guy.
And look at that.
Brad Pitt's like, also, I can control clouds with my mind. That used to be the thing people most knew about me.
For a long time, that's what people knew me for.
Yeah, and now it's just acting.
Now it's acting.
It turns out the world's greatest unicyclist is Paul Giamatti.
Giamatti.
But everyone known
Giamatti.
Let's be honest, even if you're One Wheel Monthly magazine, you're gonna ask him about billions.
Yeah, come on. So what is?
You're not talking about your fucking unicycles.
What is no actor in that show is a recognizable name? Is like, what are they like?
I was watching that show with my friend Andy one time, and he was trying to.
You're watching Billions?
I watched
without me.
I watched 2 episodes of a late season of Billions.
You were watching Billions without me.
That show sucks.
That show does suck.
My friend was watching it, and he's like describing it to me. He's like, no, it's all these people like keep twisting each other, and it's about like game theory. And they'll be like duplicitous, and they'll say one thing, but they're like just trying to. And I'm like, this just sounds like a soap opera. And he's like, no, it's like game theory. And then I said, but what if a soap opera, like, what if someone was dating, but then they're also like doing that? And then he went, all right,
you're right.
Now Billions.
That's the thing. People are always like, these modern shows, like, oh, it's just like a soap opera. It's like, I would watch soap operas too if it was like better written. Like, I don't mind watching like love triangles and shit.
Exactly.
Like, it's not like that shit is boring. It's just badly acted and written. I would watch those if they were good.
The problem with Riverdale is it's not about lawyers. What if Euphoria was cops?
Oh, dude, I watched an episode of Euphoria. That show sucks.
I can't. I feel like the cops will come get me if I watch
right?
Euphoria.
I was like...
That's the only episode of Degrassi I ever saw was a girl finds out her dad's gay.
Yeah.
Like, secretly gay.
Secretly.
And then she's like, you know what? I love him
How would you feel if
anyways."
your dad was openly gay? Still married to your mother.
That'd be hilarious. I just fucking love your mom.
Like, they
Almost
get
as
him.
much as I love sucking
The
cock.
only woman I love. Everybody else sucks. I can't get it up for any other woman. Guys, anybody.
That's probably when you see, like...
Guys, I do. They just put their dick in a hole and I suck it. I get fucking hard as a rock. I don't even have to see the body.
That's what when you see some guy who's like clearly a closeted gay guy dating some girl.
Yeah.
Usually a Christian girl, but
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's a moment where it's always like you're like, oh, he's clearly closeted, but maybe not. Maybe that's the one woman he loves.
He just likes this
and then that
one
girl is like, God damn.
Yeah.
They're like, you know, your boyfriend's gay. She's like, yeah, I know, and he loves me.
He loves me still. Isn't that crazy? Listen, why don't you find
That's the power of love.
Why don't you find a guy who wants to make Christmas cards with you? And then fuck you raw.
Why don't you find a gay guy willing to eat your pussy?
Yeah. That sound easy to you? I'm a fucking diamond.
This is very funny too, because I assume you're also picturing the type of girlfriend that this generally
Oh yeah,
is.
no, I have a specific woman in my brain.
Some girl who's 17 yet looks like a 25-year-old English teacher already somehow.
Yeah, like I just picture
Oh,
her.
so you're an old lady at 18. Okay.
I picture her just for some reason praying to a Christmas tree.
She's praying while clasping her hands, and then she finishes the prayer and opens her hands, and you see that she's been holding a chocolate Easter bunny, which is now melted.
Just waiting for it to melt.
Dear Lord, please help me eat this money.
Oh, I prayed too long again.
Oh, God. Thank you.
Oh. I like it better melted. I promise, Jesus.
Yeah, because it's like, I assume Christians, if they say God in like a vain type way, they're like, oh, I gotta quickly. You're like, oh God, thank you for tickling me. But do you think that happens in sex? Like Christians are having sex and they're like, oh God,
Jesus Christ, I love you so much.
Thank you for this.
Thank you for this
gift of
pussy.
my wife.
Thank you for this pussy. I gotta stop saying that word.
Thank you.
No.
I gotta take more, man.
The P word.
The P word. Let's make more the words, so that in a way, it like people are like, it's like, are you not respecting the N word? We're just like, no, I don't like the M word. You know, moist. The M word.
You just said it. It seems like maybe you like it.
Like, I don't really think these are all should be the same category.
Seems like you got an M word relationship with this word. You mean a moist? No, masochistic.
Oh, I don't like that word either. That would be wild. It is funny that the F word is like, there's multiple.
There's a few.
I know. You think there'd be like...
You think if it's going to be an abbreviated word?
Yeah.
You think there'd only be the one.
I know.
But there's like 4.
I know, because it's like, you're like, all right, well, there's 10 the words probably.
Yeah.
And there's what, 28 letters? I don't know how many. 24, 26 letters.
You got there.
And it's like, yeah, what are the odds?
Yeah.
I say what are the odds rhetorically. Someone at home with a calculator easily can figure out the odds.
One of our autistic subscribers is...
Someone is listening to this with headphones and speakers. Like, I don't want to miss a thing. I don't want to miss a thing.
And I don't want to miss a thing. Why don't we just do karaoke for the rest of the episode? I'm kind of tired. Working 6 days a week for like a month.
Pull up some Crazy Town. Yeah, Eric is working constantly as a host. So it's like...
Yeah, I know.
It's like you have a full-time, part-time job.
Yeah. Well, also, hosting is exhausting. Like, imagine hosting a party.
No, I know.
It's exhausting.
Is that your mindset at work?
Yes.
It's one big party?
Yes.
You're like, ooh, I think this table will get along with that other table. I'll put them side by side. Maybe they'll start chatting.
Yeah, maybe they'll meet up. No, it was a lot like a party last night. Some people wanted to fight.
Really?
Some people were making love. It was all over the place. Yeah.
Was there some fighting and fornicating?
There was always going to be some fornicating.
I mean, it's a barbecue place. You gotta do something while the pig's smoking.
No, some employees were getting into it a little bit.
Well, that could mean either of the F words.
I kept telling them they should calm down.
Oh, that could mean.
I kept saying we're all just friends here.
Cool it. Things are getting heated. We're all friends. It seems like we're crossing a line. People are going to see these bruises and ask questions.
Come on, guys, not in front of the customers.
We're going to need to go to a hospital 9 months from now. Because of an undiagnosed rib injury from this,
Rib tip injury.
Hey.
No, it was just uncomfortable. It's one of those things where you're like, guys, this place is small. Can we stop? Like, I'm just tired of hearing you talk now.
Why'd they almost fight?
They're just, I mean, the other guy.
Or was it the other and it was dirty talk? You're like,
well, I didn't say they were fighting.
I can hear the sweet nothings through the vents.
I still haven't said that they were fighting yet, to be honest.
That's true.
I've kept it vague on purpose.
Yeah. You think there's ever like you're a pit master and you're like, or like even you're as a guy down
pit
south,
boss.
pit boss, and you get a rib injury?
Wait, pit boss is a casino thing.
Yeah, pit boss is casino. Either way, I work at the Starkville, Mississippi casinos.
I'm a pit boss.
I live up in Tunica. They got casinos up there. No, it's you go to the hospital and you're like the doctor's giving you the check.
Yeah.
He's giving you the bill. Doctor's offices work. And he's going, it seems like there's been a lot of damage to we thought maybe you'd have a damaged rib, But luckily, it's just a rib tip injury, which on Thursdays is the
Half
deal.
And thankfully, it's happy hour.
We actually have a rib tip special.
We got a
on
rib
Thursday.
tip special on Tuesday from 4 to 9.
If you'd like, we can heal your entire rib, but we can also just heal the tip and maybe give you a side of creamed corn.
You want some mac and cheese?
So why are your employees?
My
boss. I'm
I
boss
felt like it.
host.
I felt like it. I'm just there the whole time, like, guys, I felt like the lady on a radio show.
Yeah.
I was just like, guys, come on. This
Fellas.
is a bit much, guys.
Fellas.
Cool it down, folks.
You're waving your hands in the air and everyone's just looking at your big old mams bouncing around. Under some sort of flower print. Moo.
Nah, they just don't get along.
Boys.
It's not a very interesting story. They just don't get along.
They just don't get along.
Yeah.
Good food.
It's, like, you work at a place for 10 years and you hate somebody for that long. It's like, eventually shit's just gonna boil over.
People say good food brings people together. Often it's employment.
But yeah, if you walk into a place and don't like a guy on the first day and then you continue to see him every day for a decade.
That's always great. I go in on my first day, and then whoever's training me, I just point to someone, and I go, does that guy always fucking suck? And then they go, that's my boyfriend. And then I go, oh, that means you probably suck
You probably suck then too.
Anyways, so how do you roll silverware?
So how do you roll here? Oh, like that? All right.
All right, so we're going to do this 20 minutes every night together, whether we like each other or not. Just silently in a side room. Passive aggressively doing hand crafts.
You seem just doing crafts together.
Passive aggressively doing origami.
And you seem like somebody who's gonna play like a podcast full volume on their phone with no idea that I have to listen to it too.
You seem like someone who's gonna be like, hey, check out this new song, and then it's blurred lines.
You're going to show me a lot of memes that I either won't understand or have seen 5 years ago.
You're going to show me a meme of a joke I used to do. And say, hey, you love comedy.
You like comedy, you'll like this one.
You're going to consistently ask me if I've seen the latest Andrew Schultz.
You should see what he says to this girl. I know it's a 15-minute video, but it gets good around 12.
Yeah.
Just give it a minute. Actually, give it 12 minutes.
We're at like a cool restaurant or whatever, and they're like, hey, we're rolling silverwares, but we all got our shift drinks, and it's like a party in here. And it's like, hey, it'd be even more fun?
Going
not
home.
being at work.
Home. My bed.
This is just how I love to party. Doing fucking busy work.
When I go home, I'm going to keep the party going. I'm going to do dishes. I'm going to make the bed.
That'd be great. You're like hanging out with people. You're like, hey, you should come over to my house after this. We'll get loot. We'll have fun. You show up, you got a big rack of glasses. You're like, we got to polish these.
Make sure you clean those up first before we get the party going.
We got to polish these. But hey, man, just like work, shift meal. Anyone who smokes weed can go do that.
They can go outside. Go out back alone.
I always love that. I'd be like, hey, all right, so it's us. Let's roll silverware so we can both get out of here. And they'd be like, cool. First, I'm just going to go smoke like a bunch of cigarettes and get some shift drinks. Like, why don't you just do that in 10 minutes after before, like...
All right, first I'm going to go smoke half a pack of cigarettes. Then I'm going to have 3 beers.
All right, you get out of jail in a week. Okay, first I'm going to go punch that guy, get a couple days added to my... See if I can get thrown in the hole one last time. Because, hey, I'm going to miss this place. I don't plan on committing more crimes.
I'm not coming back.
Like most people in jail, I'm committed to a life of good going forward.
You think anyone's ever left jail and just been like, and fuck you, I'm never coming back? I did that in a Target one time.
You're in a Target with a bathrobe?
No. I was wearing a dress shirt, and I thought I was wearing I thought I was wearing an undershirt.
No.
And I walked in, I was getting off work, and I just started unbuttoning my shirt, and I got to the last button, and I looked down, and I was like, I'm just taking my clothes off in public.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just taking my shirt off in a public place.
You're like, I'm going to try on these new pants. And you're like, oh, I don't have boxers on. Like the dressing room's that way. You're like, well, I'm not turkey dinner. So I don't need fucking the
I don't need
dressing
a
room.
dressing room.
I'm not throwing a salad party.
I already had one of your soft pretzels from up front. I'm good.
I had that with just the salt on it. I didn't even need dressing.
Does Target still have cafes? Or are they done with that? now?
They do sometimes. They're mostly taken over by Starbucks in my experience.
Okay.
Because on the road, I'll get 2 big Starbucks
I'll get hungry
waters.
for a soft pretzel.
No, I wish.
So I'll pull over at Target.
No, I'll get Starbucks. You just go get big waters.
Yeah.
It's super purified too. So if you're in like some shitty whatever the fuck. But often I'll do it on a Google map and then I'll drive somewhere and then I'll be like, God damn it, this is a Target. And then I have to go into a Target and be like, can I just have 2 waters? I thought this would be a drive-through, which is also a weird thing, but I'm at least used to that.
It's a different kind of weird.
There's a certain confidence I can pull off the drive-through water. Like, did you just wait 25 minutes in line on a Sunday morning for 2 waters?
Yes.
Yes. Could I also have some plastic silverware? I got a big thing of beets in my trunk.
Sir, I just leave.
They're like, of course, sir. And then they're pushing a button under the counter that turns off the Wi-Fi. Like a kill switch for the Wi-Fi.
No public Wi-Fi here, I'm afraid.
No, our Wi-Fi's down. You'll have to download that podcast somewhere else. Learn the truth about whatever the fuck.
Whatever the fuck it is you think you need to learn.
Yeah.
Whatever it is that your idea of learning is.
Were the Moody Blues CIA plans? 4
No.
hours later? No.
And why did you even ask this question? I understand you're a high-ranking Patreon subscriber, but no one's going to like these episodes.
That's always great. And it's like, there's podcasts where it'd be like, we're the conspiracy podcast. We don't believe in it. We just like research it.
Yeah.
And then you listen to like a 4-hour thing. And then they'll be like, all right, so which out of the 4 of us, who believes in it? None of us? Okay. Yeah, I don't know why people spread these kinds of stories. Like, what the fuck?
I can't believe I bought the tiniest Sprite and then spilled like half of it.
Yeah. Baby Sprite. This podcast is sponsored by Little Sodas. I'm going to go get my tiny Pepsi.
Well, I went to that marathon because I wanted a fucking gas station sandwich.
Well, that was the mistake. You went to a mini marathon.
Shut the fuck up. One bite, everybody knows the rules.
One bite, everybody knows the rules. Does he ever fuck up and he just eats like he takes a crust bite? One bite, everybody knows the rules.
Oh, shit.
You're holding it backwards, Dave.
Oh, I already took a bite.
Oh, no.
Good crust, crispy.
Crispy, not a lot of sauce, very little cheese.
Dry. I'd call it dry.
Also, my hand is now covered in sauce and
Cheese. It's hot. I burned myself.
I'm burning.
Got a little jalapeno sizzle. I wanted to go to rallies, but goddamn, that rally stays busy, man.
Well, I think they are. I think people hang out in the line. I think that's like a hang
for
spot.
fun?
No, I think like people, because I've been there before and I'll pull up and someone's just like talking to the person at the counter.
Yeah.
And then I'll pull up and they'll be like, oh, you got a car. I'll get out of here.
Well, last
Like you're
time,
working at rallies, it's slow. Your girlfriend's like in the area. It's like, yeah, come by, hang out.
Yeah, come by, just chill out.
Yeah. You can shotgun me weed smoke through the window. The guy at Culver's, I was smoking weed. This was like years ago. But I was smoking weed while I was driving, and I went to a Culver's, and the guy.
So you're driving under the influence.
I was driving. I was committing a crime. I was in outside of Columbus, Ohio, along 70.
Come find me, bitch.
Come find me in the past. It was in my college days. You'll never fucking get a time machine. I'm unstoppable. No, but he was like, I was smoking weed, and then for some reason I went, you want some? It's like a joke, and then he went, yeah. And he leaned out the window of the drive-thru while at work.
Well, duh.
And took a hit off my bowl.
Yeah, duh.
And it's like, there's no way this is going unseen.
Well, of course it did go unseen. But does that guy care about his job? Does the person who sees him care about their job?
That is the logic I normally would approach that situation with. You're very correct, actually. No, I was like, you can't do that. How mad would you be if you were...
Everything's legal if you don't get caught.
How mad would you be if you were that guy's coworker who, like, actually smoked weed? And then that guy the whole rest of the shift was like, I'm way too high.
Or you're like, you just had him watch the window for a minute while you took a piss, and you come back, and he's like, I'm so high, man, that customer. And he's like, what? I would have loved that.
God damn.
Curse my bladder.
John, were you smoking weed on the clock? No, it was a customer. He drove by. I swear.
It was part of customer outreach. I wanted him to think we're the cool Culvers.
I just start exhaling weed into fast food restaurants as I drive away.
There's your tip.
No, the boss is just like firing people. Which one of you hit a one-hitter in here? No, it was that guy with the mustache. Sure it was.
Sure.
It's that guy with the bumper sticker that says ass, gas, or grass. But then ass and cash is crossed out.
And then just grass.
But then underneath it says, I'll accept ass again.
I changed my mind.
I'm single now. And then that's crossed out.
That's also crossed out.
And dated.
And then it says, I just lost my job. I will accept cash.
Again.
But that's crossed out.
That'd be cool. You're like
and there's just a big exclamation mark drawn after grass.
How's this for like a cool college house, bachelor house?
Okay.
Neon sign, ass, cash, grass, and you can click certain ones on and off.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I tried to go to that rallies.
It's like the biggest dirt bag. Like,
yeah.
Hey, lady, if you want to hang out, you gotta give me some cash. Wait, sorry. Sorry, hold on.
Oh, I gotta cycle through them all.
It takes. There's actually like 12 options.
Yeah.
They have
And then someone starts glittering. Sorry, I'll get there.
I'll get there. I'll get to a sex joke. I'll get to making a sex joke while you are alone in my domicile with me.
But I tried to go to that rallies, and there was like 3 cars in the thing, and I started to pull in, and then somebody honked their horn, and I didn't realize that the line had extended into like the street blocking traffic. There's like 3 more cars.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck this. And so I drove down to the BK.
Well, that's everyone's boyfriend coming to say hello to them at work.
Hey, try and get up there and hit on my girl.
Here's a timer. Everyone only gets 2 minutes with their sweetie.
Back of the line, buddy. So I went down to BK, and I texted you, the 2 people who were in front of me, because the line was sort of curved, so they could kind of see each other, like leaning their head out the window. And they were just like, oh, yeah, man, you got to get here about, like, 3:30. Dinner crew's just showing up. Lunch crew's wrapping up. And they were, like, having this serious discussion about, like, when to go to this BK. And then I got up to the front of the... They were both agreeing that now was not the right time. But they just happened to be there.
You got to go and you got to go.
You got to go and you got to go. That should be BK's slogan.
You got to go. Hey, man, you got a show coming up, so you got to do an hour. Yeah, when your blood sugars drop.
When you got to go, all right? And so I got up, and they were actually doing the 2-window setup, which I feel like most fast food restaurants don't do anymore. It's usually just
people are getting back to it.
But I got to the first window, and she was like... She went...
Wendy's classic.
I rolled up to the window and went, old school.
Vintage.
Cool.
Take a fucking Polaroid. It seems like that would be a bad Taco Bell ad.
Is this like how bell bottoms are coming
We're going
back?
old school. 2 windows again.
But I get up to the first window and I give her the money, and she was like, hey, do you mind just sitting here? They're doing something up there.
My boyfriend didn't show up, and everyone's making fun of me.
Everybody else's boyfriend showed up.
Will you be sweet to me through the window until another car pulls up behind you?
Pretend. I only need 2 minutes. It's on a timer.
Yeah.
No, she was like, will you mind sitting here for a little bit? They're doing something up there. I was like, what? What are they doing that I can't see?
All you can hear is, or you just see.
Because it's not like you can even see into a restaurant really from that window.
You just hear her leave her station and walk up front, and then all of a sudden you hear surprise. Everyone's cheering. You're like, oh my!
And her boyfriend's there.
She comes back with a party hat that says "birthday girl," and she's like, they were throwing me a surprise party.
I knew something was up.
I knew something was going on up there.
I knew my boyfriend wouldn't just not show up on a Friday.
Yeah.
Anyways, head on up. They'll give you a piece of cake. I told them. They'll hook you up.
I told them to dump a cake into your milkshake. I got a Sprite. Oh.
We'll turn it into a float.
Sprite.
Float's not cake.
Sprite float. No, man. So
I wonder what they were doing.
You never found out what they were doing.
I mean, I didn't ask. If I had asked, the lady who gave me my food, I was like she opened up the window and I was like, I hope you're doing all right. And she was like,
she opened up crying.
I was just like, just like what you say, just like.
She opened it up crying and removing a wedding ring. I hope you're doing all right.
Turns out her boyfriend's my husband.
He thought he could go through the one side and then the other side.
This bullshit.
I saw him loop around.
No, I was like.
And also, when he went to the other side, he had to yell to get across the passenger seat, and it was like, what? Why is my boyfriend yelling?
Why my boyfriend yelling at me? I thought he left.
He left.
So she just handed me the food, and then I was like, oh, do you mind if I get a little ketchup? She handed me the ketchup, and I went, all right, well, have a nice day. And then she slammed the window in my face, and I was like, you literally no words. Like, literally, I was like, cool. I was like,
But hey, that has what happened this week. But in the montage, next week, it happens again. And the week after that, it happens again. Week after that, she gives you a little smile. Week after that,
says hi.
A month from now, which I feel like we've already reached with weeks. And then a week after that, and then a week after that, and a week after that. And then by the time a month goes by.
And then 2 months from now, she's on the pod.
2 months from now, we're
wedding.
recording the pod in the left side of the Rally's drive-thru.
No, this was at BK.
Oh, yeah, sorry, you're right. BK, they don't have lovers.
No.
Coming to them.
No lovers at BK.
They just all fuck the king.
When you work here, you fuck the king, baby.
How creepy would that be if you got hired? That would be fun, actually. You're like training someone at Burger King, and you're like, all right, you ready to meet the manager? And they're like, yeah, sure. You're like, all right, we'll come back to the office. And then you just got a guy in the king outfit in the office, and he's silent. He says nothing.
Just sits there.
Shakes your hand, makes gestures, says nothing. And you're just some 15-year-old just like, my mom made me get a job. My parents say, you're 15, it's time you buy your own condoms. They're old school, but also modern.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm sizzling over here.
That would be funny if it's like Doritos were like flaming hot, and then you pull it out and your hand is like, ah! Jesus Christ. These are just Cool Ranch that are burning.
Lemon.
What? What's going on? Is it about to be my surprise party?
Lemon was supposed to be the code word. Everyone's supposed to come out with balloons.
All the girls from Burger King gonna run in here. Bring me burgers without hair on them for a change.
Oh, also my order was totally fucked up at BK. Not total. I got the spicy chicken sandwich.
Yeah, we accidentally did burger, cheese, bun.
I got a spicy chicken sandwich, and I said, "Can I just get it with no mayo and no pickles?" And this silent woman handed me a bag. It contained a whole lot of mayonnaise and quite a few pickles.
Loose. The pickles were like mixed in. It's weird.
They used it for the batter.
Yeah, I was like, for a second I thought it was tartar sauce. Did you guys just not chop the tartar sauce?
Sounds like
Some chunky tartar.
sounds like a kitchen prank. Go cut the tartar.
Go cut the tartar. No, I one time it was me and this other kid who also did. We like started wrestling and instantly we're like, oh, we should quit, but we can't.
Yeah.
We'll get yelled at. It's weird as a kid when you're like, this sucks, but if I quit, it will suck for 10 minutes.
So I'll just deal with this for
Yeah,
a
I guess
year.
I'll just take 3 months of daily. Everything fucking sucks. So I have to have a guy give me a mean look once.
Yeah, that won't even yell.
Yeah, instead I'll take passive aggression from
Yeah.
No, but I kept. Me and Jason, we were wrestling at practice, and I kept accidentally hitting him in the balls for some reason. I don't know what was. I think his balls must have just been like hanging loose that day or something. But I kept hitting him in the balls like every 2 minutes, and then the coaches would be like, "All right, stop! Like, everyone,
Quit
chill,
hitting him in the balls."
Chill for a few minutes." And I remember being like, "Oh, this is great. I can just like." I get to keep relaxing. And then part of me was like, God damn, thank God I keep hitting Jason in the balls.
I'm sorry, Jason.
I get to keep taking 2 minutes between all these drills. And then I go, Jason, you ready for the next drill? And then he goes, what? I punch him in the...
This is starting to seem intentional.
It's starting to seem intentional. It's just us at the line, both standing up. He blows the whistle. I just crane kick him in the nuts. Amateur wrestling is wild.
It is wild.
Imagine
What I've seen
you're
on
like-
the Righteous Gemstone.
Imagine you like win an Olympic medal
Yeah.
and you're like the best in the world.
Yeah.
And then some guy's like amateur. Some guy in like a dumb wig.
Yeah.
Some guy who's dressed up like a trash guy, but some like a strong trash man for some reason. He's like fucking amateur.
Fucking amateur. Why don't you step it up, get in the big leagues?
Get in the big leagues.
Fucking
New
bullshit.
Jersey Pro
Wrestling Authority.
Yeah.
NJPWA.
Come out to the fucking rec center like a real pro.
Not the Olympics.
Instead of someone representing Romania.
Pussy.
Hey, what do you think of this? I came with this is a roast joke that I did for somebody.
Okay.
It's just could just be for anybody.
Yeah, sure.
It's like a nerdy guy.
Yeah, yeah. So
Hey.
not for anybody.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess just a nerdy guy. A nerdy.
It's for anybody. Like a nerdy
Specifically
guy.
a nerdy boy. Where you go, hey, that guy looks like if Geppetto took Pinocchio and turned him into a real bitch.
That's good. Yeah.
How's it this one? If there's a guy in town who runs comedy shows, but he puts like way too many people on the shows,
Yeah.
and he used to have a gambling addiction. So here's if I were to roast him, here's the roast joke I wrote. You can tell he has a gambling addiction by the way he books his shows. They'll be like, all right, 19 comics, 2.5 hours, hit me. Nah, man. You ever gambled on sports? Well, you don't know nothing about sports. You don't know nothing.
I've laid like little bar bets down on games, but not like actually like because I think you can gamble on sports, right? Can you go to the casino here? And I mean, it's not here; it's across the street.
I don't
but
know.
It's right there, but
I don't need a casino. I just need my Casio. And I pick up my Casio brand cell phone. I call my buddy. And I
Call your
place a
bookie?
bet. Yeah. And then he's like, are you calling me from a keyboard? Casio makes electronic keyboards. I don't even know how this is working.
I don't know what you did.
I'm definitely not taking 10 on the Oilers.
Are you a hacker?
They don't exist, and this is all suspicious. You're banned from Bookie.
I went to the casino one time.
How was that?
I didn't know how to gamble on any of them.
Yeah.
It was a real problem.
Yeah, that's my issue too. I go to the
And
casino.
I kept asking how to bet on roulette, and the lady who was doing the thing kept being like, "You're not allowed to talk to them."
Yeah, it doesn't work.
So I bought some chips, and then I brought them all back, and just got a refund and left.
Oh, really? No,
I ran into somebody there though.
Who'd you run into? Everyone's having fun on the boat.
But it's not a boat anymore.
It's sunk?
It's an underwater wasteland.
Hot air balloon now?
It went up.
No, man, I go, because there's like this show in Detroit that you do that's kind of shitty, and it pays you like 20 or 40 or something like that.
Yeah.
And there's a casino right next to it. So I've multiple times gone there, and every time I'm like, all right, so I got 20, I'll play blackjack. Here's a blackjack table, and then I sit down, and they're like, all right, $20 a hand.
I'm like, well,
I'm like, oh,
shit.
All right, never mind. And then I leave, and then on my way out, someone's like, yeah, the cheap tables are upset. I'm like,
Well,
God
why
damn
did
it.
the $20 a hand guy tell me that when I got up and left as soon as he said $20?
No, I do the 20.
Oh, you do?
And then
it?
I
Oh,
lose.
Then I leave.
And then I go, damn, I could definitely win if I played like, I bet I could win 1 out of 3 hands. And that odds over time sounds good. And then you're like, wait, hold on.
Hold on.
If I have 1 hand, 1 out of 3, hold on.
So hold on. If I play 100 games,
Then I could win 30 times, which is more than
which is more than nothing.
nothing.
The dealer is coaching you through this math.
The dealer's just going, yes. Yes.
You're smart. You've got it. You've got a system. I can tell. You're one of the guys who's got a system. You're smart.
And why the casino couldn't exist unless people made money.
Right?
And I'm a person. And the casino guy's just smiling. Like,
Yes, you are a person.
you are a person.
You're my most important person.
Do you have a house? Well, the house always wins.
The house always
They're
wins.
sliding you a
and-
mortgage in your house
And
paperwork.
you're a man with a house, so the house always wins.
If you bet your house,
it will win.
the house always
The
wins.
house always wins. You might as well just bet your house.
They put it on the line.
Come on, put it all on the house.
Put it on the house.
I'll take your house DVDs too.
I feel like this could be a Simpsons type gag. Is you got Lee Harvey Oswald, he shoots the president, and then he runs into a movie theater to hide out.
Yeah.
But then you have a bad movie.
Yeah.
And then he leaves and gets arrested. Like it's there, it's me like Geely.
Anything to avoid Jersey Girl.
The fun little Simpson. You got like Grandpa telling a flashback.
Yeah.
You do that.
But it was Spanglish, so I left.
But it was Spanglish. What a show. That's what
What a show, the one that I made up in my brain.
I would like if this podcast. No, you know veal? How veal, like the meat, is
Yeah.
all bad, baby cows.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's delicious.
You know who should be the champion behind that cause? Pedophiles.
I just don't think you should be joking about that.
Because it's baby cows. And PETA.
Have they ever tried that? Like,
Pedophile, doing a fun branding. I'm a pedophile.
no, but like trying to feed like a pedophile veal and see if it like satisfies their urges, you know?
Oh, that is a good idea.
Like how people are like, it would be more ethical if they had like a child
How about
sex
this?
doll.
It's
to
an
fuck.
adult porn video.
Yeah.
But it's hot off the press. It's real fresh.
It's fresh.
Isn't that what you're into?
DVD's still hot.
You like the freshness.
No one's ever watched this DVD before.
This is fresh. It's in a wrapper.
It's a young DVD.
It's brand new.
Are you the Tommy Lee?
And it's a movie
With
about
the big old PP?
Yeah.
Did anyone ever do that?
It's a movie about
Jay Leno ever do that joke? Big old Tommy Lee with his giant PP. It kind of rhymes. It's like a poem thing.
Molly Cruz replaced Tommy Lee with Tommy's PP. You need a bigger arena, bigger stadium tour.
You need a big stadium.
And then whoever's music, Kevin or whatever's music guy's
You
just
know,
like, Jay, wouldn't his old cock have also been in the other show?
What?
If anything, there's less. You need less room.
You know, I was watching this Tommy. I was watching the tape, the Tommy Lee sex tape. It makes me wonder how the hell did they ever fit in those small clubs?
Hey, that's actually a good joke.
Tommy Lee's big pee-pee.
It's a big old pee-pee. That thing's huge.
Giant cock! I couldn't believe it.
We got a really big guest tonight. No, it's not Tommy Lee's penis.
No, it's not Tommy Lee's big old pee-pee.
Big old pee-pee. It's just a regular star.
It's Marissa Tomei.
Ever somebody walks out, that's like the entire intro. It's Marissa Tomei.
And there she is.
He's waving her out. Come on.
Look at her. Come on. No, come on.
I already
Quit
said
being
your name.
so shy.
I said your name. You're supposed to come out when the name is the last thing.
Come on. The band is running out of steam. It ain't getting tired. That I used to play it for more than 30 seconds at a time.
I can't handle these big drum fills, but if you need a drummer who can fill big.
That's what you get Tommy Lee's big pee-pee for.
Big pee-pee. You know that bass drummer just covered his cock. He didn't even have a pedal.
At the end of the night, he's like, all right, thanks for coming out tonight.
Thanks. Did everybody have a good show? Did you have fun? Are you going to tell your friends to come to the Tonight Show in the future? We're selling posters.
There's a jar going around.
I signed them.
There's a jar going around if you want to put a little money in there if you had a good time.
All the money goes to the people who saw on the show tonight.
Me. All the money goes right to me.
That would be fascinating if like a dude who's doing theaters did pass a jar. And it's like, A, would people put money in it? And B, like how much would people steal money out of it?
Oh yeah, it'd be an interesting experiment.
That would certainly be wild.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Fucking, who's someone who plays theaters?
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr's just like, I made $500 extra every night.
Jesus.
On tips.
No, Bert. You gotta put the jar around.
He's got a jar on the front of the stage. Just people in the theater walking up throughout the show.
Yeah. I would like to pass.
I'll be by the door with the jar.
I'm Jay Leno now, not Bill Burr anymore.
Oh yeah. I'm working the Bill Burr show. I'm working the dip jar at the Bill Burr.
Listen, it's all about money for me. I'll open for Bill Burr. I'm not about the ego. I don't have to close. I'm not a headliner. I'm just a comedian. Look at you and me.
And
look at you and me.
And maybe I could be involved. I'm Craig Ewing.
I think I should be handling all the money.
No one knows who I am, but this is a pretty good impression.
It's not a bad impression, really. We're kind of, it's not great, but I think we're doing a pretty good job.
It's doing an okay job.
For someone who I haven't heard speak in like probably a year and a half, I think I'm doing an alright job.
Yeah, it'd be the equivalent of like if I had an impression of my dentist.
Yeah, like just the fact that I can do it at all is kind of impressive on its own right.
Yeah.
How do you remember what your dentist sounds like?
That'd be cool if it's like you go see some like big star Jim Carrey doing stand-up back in the day. And he's like, my next impression. Hi, Jim, are you ready for your checkup? And no one reacts. He's like, all right, I nailed my dentist.
Listen, you don't understand how much that sounds like my dentist.
That was perfect.
Does no one else see Dr. Cronenberg?
That is better than my other impressions, but my other impressions do better.
They do better. That's my best impression.
Yeah.
But you guys, I'm underappreciated, like always. Like all impressionists.
Why can't you all, Jim, care more about me?
E.
Yeah, why not get a cherry going, Jim cares?
Jim Carrey's.
Jim cares.
Oh.
Or put out some get a load of tote bags going, Jim Carrey's. Yeah, if people ever go, they're going to like the UFC show in Vegas.
Yeah.
And they're like, dude, I'm fucking jacked up.
Hit me.
And then all of a sudden a dealer puts out 2 cards.
Wait.
And then Cain Velasquez has to do something. I don't know. He's in hot water. Holy diver, you've been gone too long in the midnight sea. Are you converting satanic fishies?
right, let's not do a musical thing. to end
It's
it.
Devo.
I don't.
Or Dio.
Dio, Devo.
No, I was thinking about this.
I'm a little bit of a Devo diva.
I'm a Devo.
I've got so many red weird hats. Remember when they used to be the song for Circuit City?
Were they really?
Simpler times.
What was the song? Whip It?
I guess you just what I needed. That's
the
not
Cars.
Devo.
Yeah, that's...
They were wearing the red thing.
No, they weren't. I guarantee you they did not hire the Cars to wear red hats at a time when the Cars were broken up.
Pretty sure. Pretty sure.
Elliot Easton doesn't even have a head.
I'm pretty sure the Cars were wearing the red hats.
No, Cars, they are cool. There used to be.
Oh, they were wearing MAGA hats.
Devo should wear MAGA hats. You think anyone has ever? Is there anyone on Earth who would buy a Devo MAGA hat?
There's gotta be somebody.
Like if we were to truly promote that so that all eyes saw it.
I bet Kanye would wear one.
Oh, that would be great.
Because it looks better. It looks more
Kanye should like. He
futuristic.
always comes and be like, "Oh, I'm bringing out Marilyn Man, like weird, or Paul
Yeah.
McCartney." He should just be like Mark Mothersbaugh. It's Mark Mothersbaugh in a Devo hat with the jumpsuit, and then it's Kanye wearing his dumb like trash bag suit or whatever the fuck. And then next to them is just Lisa Loeb holding an acoustic guitar, and they're at like a huge
There's
stadium.
100,000 people there.
Yeah, every time like I see, because they don't cover Kanye West in the news. He's pretty under the radar guy.
He likes to stay out of the press.
Yeah, he keeps a low profile.
Okay, go on.
No, he does. The media doesn't cover him anymore. I do genuinely feel that way.
He's all over the news.
But he should be on more. He's doing a lot of crazy stuff. I think every time I see a Kanye West thing, it's like, it's Kanye West, an up-and-coming rapper, the guy who designs clothes for Kohl's, and also...
Elon Musk.
And also the guy who hosted Nickelodeon Guts.
Yeah. And 2 Chains.
2 Chains. Like, what?
Huh?
On stage, the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. My mom, Kanye West. A Chinese man.
The CEO of...
CEO of Bird Scooters.
Yes.
And ladies and gentlemen, Jimi Hendrix.
No, Kanye's all over the news, man.
Kanye
love
should
a
put out a
puzzle.
puzzle.
Kanye should put out a puzzle. It's probably his next step.
That would be all just a $5 million 4-piece all white puzzle. It doesn't even fit.
It does not fit. No.
People are like, I got
Does
mailed
not
4 of
fit.
the same pieces.
That's what it is.
Now people realize that the manufacturer fucked up and mailed like, instead of mailing 1 of each 4 pieces, they're like 4 of 1, 4 of 1, 4, and they're...
But Kanye embraces it.
Kanye embraces it. He said, "This is puzzle version 1.
Version 2.
I'm
will be out
updating
soon.
the puzzle. I'm gonna send a guy out to update your puzzle." He just cuts part.
Oh.
Whoa!
All right. Well,
You got a good joke?
no, I don't.
Take us out.
I don't, man.
Take us out.
I don't.
Hey, take us out.
All right. You've heard of? I went to. What if there was a white supremacist rallies? You know, like a rallies where they're burning a cross.
White rat, yeah.
Would you still go?
No.
Oh, did you see this Jack in the Box opening in Louisville?
I did see that. And if they are racist, I would go.
Are you excited?
I am excited.
I'm very excited. I haven't been to a J in the Bay in years.
We should do a live episode outside first.
We should wait in line and do like a we'll do like a whole radio piece about
That would be awesome.
We'll like camp out.
Like old WTF.
Yeah, like we'll like camp out, wait in line.
That would be cool, man.
If you are in a region that has a J in the Bay, which is what Jack in the Box is legally called.
Yeah.
You should really do both me and Dan a favor and go get some burgers today.
Jay in the
And
Bay.
just
Get some
shout out.
tacos if you can.
Get the tacos. I wish they still had the taquitos, but that was a thing from my childhood that will
Yeah.
just never return. Like my mother's love, my father's respect.
I thought of a good joke that I found a thing in my notes.
Okay.
So you know how people do? They do the electronic signatures, and they're like, I don't care. They just like scribble.
Okay.
Robots will learn signatures. So then someday there will be like a robot trying to convince you it's a person, and it's like, I know how to sign things, and it just draws a big penis or whatever the fuck.
The check should be validated now. I'd like to cash this, please.
The signature is just one line. It's like, I think this guy might be a robot. That's our last defense.
All he knows how to do is sign the penis and tell me where the red lights are.
Yeah. In the future, when you want to know if a guy's a robot, you just be like, will you sign this? And if it's a piece of paper and he scribbles, then no
Robot.
dice. Yeah.
Way better than Blade Runner. And a much more efficient test. All right, we love you.